talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene.
Welcome to Chad's Underground Scene. Here we are at High Roller Tiki Lounge with my special guest, Mike Cobb. How you doing?
Hey Chad, thanks for having me.
How's it here in Solvang?
It's good, yeah. We've been rocking and rolling.
Right. So I did.
Literally.
I did a show here last night.
Yeah.
A little rock and roll.
It was great. It was
And
fun.
this episode is about underground, right? And you've supported the music scene now for quite a few years.
Yeah, probably.
I've played here in Easter. I've played here as Chad-Carrier. Played here with the Big Mess.
Yeah.
And it's a great venue every weekend. How long has it been that you've been doing a band every weekend?
About 14 years or so.
Yeah, 14 years at least. Yeah.
We've never stopped. Just the pandemic was the only thing that stopped us. But yeah, about 14 years working with bands, trying to connect, road trips and everything else.
Right.
You know, a lot of LA and Orange County bands come up. And we got a great selection of local bands too. So.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your venue. You used to be Sort This Out Cellars up on Copenhagen. So tell us a little bit about that, and then your transfer over here.
Right. Yeah, I started Sort This Out Cellars back in 2007 as a wine tasting room. We were always kind of the rebel. We stayed open late and did live music, and we saw that people wanted to do something a little different at that time of night, something with some ice cubes maybe and shake them around. So we were doing wine cocktails for a while.
Right, yeah.
And eventually we turned our back lounge into the High Roller Tiki Lounge. It was called the High Roller Lounge. And we started to push our drinks a little bit more and came up with a nice menu of tiki drinks. And
and you have drinks like this one here.
There you go. There you go.
It's the mojito.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an original. And and then we eventually outgrew the space, and turned out everybody wanted to do tiki drinks more than anything else. So we give them what they want, not what we think they should have, I would say. So we moved over here. We tried to move here actually, beginning of 2020, and the pandemic hit. So we didn't get in here till June and opened in July.
So your timing was pretty good on the move.
It was, we dodged a bullet, kind of, yeah. It's one good thing that came from it, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. And interesting, you have really good wine here, and then also I love the bottles and the way you present the wine with the Betty Page.
Yeah,
so how did that come about with you?
With Betty Page in particular?
Yeah, are you a big fan of Betty Page?
Absolutely, yeah. I've been drawn to the pinup scene for a long time. We've been doing pinup wines since day one, and a lot of modern pinup models and such. And the folks at CMG that represent Betty Page's estate approached me at Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Festival and said, we saw you did the Elvira wine a few years ago, and we wanted to see if you do a wine for Betty Page. So yeah, I agreed, and it's been gosh, I don't know, about 8-9 years now, 10 years maybe. Yeah.
Okay, seeing as Easter was the first band that played at your venue, we were on a summer tour, and it was one of our stops on the tour. We had a great time with that.
Amazing.
So we're going to break away, and we're going to watch the video Lights Out from Easter.
Awesome.
Here's Easter on video 1.
So far apart. Familiar voice in my corridor. 4 miles to the liquor store. Oh, the TV's no use, already tried it. The radio stops for a bit of quiet. Lights on Longtail. Lights on Longtail. Some people like to lie. Some people try to hide. There's people out there who make you a mock. You gotta show them that you're smart. Easter, a new band from LA and a producer who's worked with Radio Tokyo, Ethan James. After the break, it's over to Australia.
Hope you enjoyed that, and it was a great stop on the tour. It was a nice place to mellow out, right? We played your venue, had some nice wine, right?
Yeah.
And tell me about, this is something that was interesting because it's not something you can get everywhere. You have mulled wine.
Oh, yeah.
So how did that come about?
Yeah, you're a big fan of that,
Yeah.
as many are. Hot spice mulled wine, European tradition. We're in a Scandinavian town. I've been doing it for years before we even started doing it at Sort the Set Cellars. But we became known for it and started doing it year round. People would come in July and it'd be 100 degrees out, and they'd still want it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
They'd be mad if we didn't have it. I brought my aunt from Indiana here just for this, and you don't have it. So we've been doing it year round for forever now, and we sell almost as much when it's not Christmas as when it is Christmas. But
Right. Yeah. So that was my experience with mulled wine. Is every year I would make it around Christmas time, right? Make a big batch of the mulled wine and just leave it on the stove, and we would
Smells
swing
great.
by, have a little glass of it, and
Yeah.
just enjoy it, right? And it's fun to make because what is your secret recipe? Is there
It's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret, but how long does it take to make? Because
That's the biggest mistake I think most people make is they're impatient, and they said it didn't taste the same. I don't know.
it took me hours to make it every time.
And
Right?
I said, well, what'd you do? And well, we wanted to drink it, so 15 minutes. And I get it. That's the whole point of mulling. So at least an hour and a half, I say.
Yeah.
To keep everything in there, the spices, and then get it all melded together.
And then brew it down.
Simmer. Yeah.
And lots of fruits and skins and orange peels and
Dried orange peel. Christmas
cloves,
spices.
the holiday,
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's a sweet. So,
And we're big on Christmas here too, so it
Yeah.
just fits right in.
and if you haven't had mulled wine, swing
it out.
by
Yeah.
High Roller Tiki Lounge, get yourself some mulled wine and tiki drinks.
Yeah. HighRollerTiki.com. We ship all over the country.
So, you also have book some other venues. So I also on different tours have gone and I've played at the Golden Tiki in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And you were booking that, I think, every Tuesday night.
Yeah, good friends of mine.
Yeah.
I have a little side gig with Betty Page Spiced Rum, and we were out there to promote that, and it became the hottest Tuesday in town. We were doing Tiki Teaserama. Darby Fox was heading up the burlesque show. I was booking bands, and you know, we're lucky, and everybody wants to go to Vegas, so you know, it was a little easier to get bands over there sometimes. But yeah, we were rocking and rolling there too. It's a great venue. Brandon Powers and his team's done an amazing job. Adam Raines with the cocktails, and great place.
Golden Tiki, probably one of the top tiki lounges, right? In probably the country, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They know how to make the drinks and they set them on fire. It's just a fun experience. And then this guy has spent, I don't know how, I can't imagine how much money he spent on this place to put all of the different tiki things in there. He even has the birds from Disneyland up there, but they
cuss.
But it's a little bit of a more edgy bird.
Vegas vibe, yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
They do what the fuck are you doing right there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that? And I look up and there's the birds from the tiki room yelling at me.
Yep, and he's got some interesting things in the bathrooms as well. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little hidden gem around every corner there.
Yeah.
He's done a great job.
Shrunken heads, the whole thing. All right, so we're going to break away and show you a video of Corky and I, which he also played in Easter. He's done several tours with me doing acoustic music, and we played at the Golden Tiki when you set up the venue.
Yeah.
So we'll watch a video of us playing at the Golden Tiki.
All right.
All right. Anyone had their heart broken ever? Never. 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 Well, this one's for those who did. She's got a man on the side. She's with him today. Probably won't die, but it sure feels that way. I used to be strong. I used to be tough. She used to be pretty. Now she's pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up. She's pretty fucked up now. Used to be pretty. Now she's pretty fucked up. Now a long time ago, that way, and I asked for forgiveness, and I asked her to stay, and she said that she loved me, made me feel good, made me feel good. Now she's pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up. She's pretty fucked up.
awesome, another fun place, and another great live music venue. It's not known for live music, but I think it kind of should be because there's so many bands have gone through there.
Yeah.
And that little stage is about the size of this one, right? It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all
Actually,
you
the same
need.
guy built this stage as built that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So that's why it reminds me of it, right?
Yep. Just a little bigger, but yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about your rum, because I'm a fan of rum. I like rum. And you came up with a good one, and it's even at Disneyland. I've had it there.
It is, yeah. They have a secret menu. It's off the menu at the Lamplight Lounge there, and yes, just a year or two after I did the Betty Page wines, we were looking to kind of compete in some way with Sailor Jerry, who is always next to me at Viva Las Vegas when I'm pouring my wine. They're pouring their rum, and I'd always kind of wanted to do something like that. So I grabbed a guy from the winery, and neither of us had ever done anything like that before, but it took about a year and a half, and we came up with the formula, sent it to CTB, got it all approved and everything, and tapped a distillery to produce it. And we used the sugar cane, comes out of Florida, and sugar cane comes out of there as well. And yeah, it's a nice spiced rum.
And yet another secret recipe, right?
Yeah.
It's like the mulled wine.
There you go. Yeah.
So I recommend the rum. It's
Hard to find.
it's hard to find. You can find a Golden Tiki.
Yeah.
And you can find it right here in Solvang at the liquor store.
All the liquor stores in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have BettyPageRum.com. You can get some info on there, where to find it. And if you're a distributor out there and wanna.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing, right? Because it's not like wine. You can't ship it, and you can't. Right. That's a whole different animal for. So you have to find a distributor and get it into a store.
A lot of hoops to jump
where
through.
people can get it. Yeah.
It's a very competitive market. And, it's tough, but we've had fun with it for 5-6 years now, and maybe a little longer. It's also Frankie's Tiki Room. You can go in there and order a Killer Betty. It's basically a painkiller, but with Betty Page rum, and we'll make it for you.
And let's see. So you've had quite a few bands come through, and acoustic artists.
Yeah.
So now you're doing Acoustic Friday and then full bands on Saturday?
Basically, it's a little slower on Friday, or it tends to be. It can be. You wouldn't have known it last night.
Yeah, last night
was
was full.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you. But singer-songwriter kind of thing. There's a lot of those types in town.
Yeah.
So we do want to give them a venue to play at as well. There's not a whole lot of venues that are supporting live music.
Right.
And,
No, that's why I commend you, because it's important to do that, especially up and coming, and even artists have been around a while that are still out there playing. They need a place to play, and they need to entertain, and that's the life and blood of music, right?
Yeah.
You can listen to those hits from the 80s, the hits from the 70s, from the whatever, but it's not the same as something new that's coming out, or something that is live and right there in your face, right?
Yeah.
So tell us some of the favorite bands that you've had that have come through here.
Oh, geez. Big Sandy and the Fly Ride Boy. Well, Big Sandy.
Oh, Big
performed
Sandy's
here.
great.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. Got a band here tonight called Hot Brew. Features Brent Harding from Social Distortion.
Oh, nice.
His little side band with Jerry McWhorter and Ed on guitar. And we've had so many. Crown City Bombers, Gambler's Mark, Moonlight Trio, good friends of ours. Hilltop Drifters just played here. They're only their second gig. It's members of other bands that have got together. That was a good night. Motel Drive from Fresno.
And it's such a small world, right? Because Social Distortion, I have a connection with them because Mike Ness played with our band. And all the guys that have played in Social Distortion, they're all out there still playing. It's great. And they all have side projects. They all have things going on, right?
Yeah, Brent's got a couple different bands he plays in. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of downtime.
Oh yeah, and then we also had Brent Lyles in Easter as well. When Mike Ness left and went back to Social Distortion, we had Brent Lyles come in. So now
that Orange County music scene.
Oh, it's a nice connection.
The Adolescents, and everybody's been in those bands. And
I was just the other day at Casey Royer's house hanging out.
Another old drummer from Social D.
And he was one of the original Social D, right?
Yeah. Before
Mike Ness was in it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's awesome, yeah. And Big Sandy, I've played with him quite a few times.
Big Sandy's,
So you were talking about another music thing that's really cool, and is Viva Las Vegas. And Vegas, it's a rockabilly show, and it's like a rockabilly weekend. There's so many things going on. I have friends that DJ there, friends that play. I don't even know how many bands it is. Probably 50.
Oh, more than that. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Tom Ingram's done a great job with that festival. It's grown out of control. It's great. Unfortunately, we're losing a lot of the old timers that have played there in the past, like Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis has played there as well, and those guys that it's a good mix of new and upcoming and people that have made a name for themselves,
right,
and then people that have really made a name.
And
for
some
themselves.
are big, yeah.
It's one of my favorite weekends, and we're blessed to be able to do what we do there. We've been asked to be the wine of the event for the last I think 14 years or so. 15
right,
years.
You're there every year, right?
Yeah. So this is the 25th year that they've been doing it. We had a couple of hiccups here with pandemic and everything, but at a mini Viva last September, it was fun.
So what did they do on that one? How did that work out?
It was the same, basically, just very condensed, and
They just So they didn't take over half the town, right? They only took over a couple casinos.
Yeah. No, it was just as good a time, I'd say. It was great.
Yeah, because there's some great things in Vegas. You also have punk rock bowling. I go to that. I've played that several times. That's another fun festival.
Absolutely.
With a lot of bands, right? They book bands in every venue, and then I also like Double Down is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Because during that they still do their free shows. They won't let them take over their venue and charge people to come in. They do it for free.
Yeah, legendary place owned by Frankie's Tiki Room owner as well.
So. Oh right, Double Down is awesome. And if you noticed here in the background, we have some nice tiki music. So tell us a little bit about the music you play in here.
Yeah, I mean a lot of classic Exotica music, Lex Baxter, Arthur Lyman, fun, just to create a vibe and a mood. I worked at Disney for a bunch of years, and I know how important it is to, as you move through different lands and things, that everything kind of meshes together. So, try to create a nice vibe.
So, you mentioned you had some new pieces in here. So tell me about how do you acquire all this tiki stuff, right?
Yeah.
You had a totem that you showed me the other day that was new.
Yeah, we just got that. Former owner of Ventiki, Skipper Scott, wanted to have one of his tikis in a tiki bar, and so he offered it up, and it's going to be next door where we're doing an expansion. It's over there right now, but I mean, some things just fall in your lap, and some things you seek out, and there's a lot of great artists out there that are doing just amazing work. I mean, I'm looking at a lamp. You can't see it, right? The camera can't see it, but this lamp that Trader Tobin did, it's
nice,
amazing. Piece of art, and I mean, there's Oceanic Arts was a great place to source a lot of things, and they just closed their doors after a million years. They were on Walt's team to build the Adventureland and all that. So, they're pioneers in the whole thing.
So you also acquired the place next door, and you have a boutique in there. So tell us what you have in there.
Well, right now it's a retail shop fully, but eventually the front half will be additional seating. We're seeing the need for additional seating, even though we have a great patio, and this is California. It does get cold here at night, and people want to, the cool vibe at night. So we're trying to make that into another great place.
And it'll be a little more exercise for you and the bartenders, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Go across the hallway and down the street to deliver those drinks.
Yeah, that's just right there. Yeah, it'll be good. We're looking forward to building that out. So.
Sweet. Okay, here's a video of me playing right here on this stage.
Awesome.
Enjoy the video.
Just understand. You have to, but you cannot hide. Well, it's dark in this place, and you can't see your face. Evil all around, I feel it in my bones. I've been to hell. I've been to hell. Been to hell. I've 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 been to hell. He's been to hell. He's been to hell. He's been to hell. He's been to hell. He came from hell. He came from hell. He came from hell. He came from hell. I've been to hell. I've been to hell. I've been to
All right, we are back. So tell me, what was it like doing the Golden Tiki? Because you had to drive there every Tuesday and back, right?
I did. I actually moved out there for originally 6 months to pimp my rum out, and it turned into 18 months, and that's when I started doing the Golden Tiki events. And even after I moved back here to handle business and get things going, I continued to go out there for, I think we did it for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was going out almost every Tuesday.
Yeah, and that's dedication to the live music, right? Because
It was.
you
Yeah.
were booking a band every week, and it's an amazing thing. For me, it was great because I'm on a tour, and it's always hard to get shows during the week, like Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. That's
is-
hard, yeah.
Those are tough days, and that worked out perfectly because we played on the Sunday. The last time we played there, we had played, I think, on the Sunday in Colorado, right? And then we're swinging into Vegas to play that show.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah,
It was good times, yeah, yeah. I miss those days, and I love that 5.5 hour drive where I don't have to talk to anybody I don't want to talk to.
Oh,
Listen
yeah.
to my music, crank some Easter, some Social D.
And then we snuck a little double down in on the Wednesday
Yeah,
because we played with Franks and Deans. They do the Weenie Roast on Wednesdays, right?
yeah. Always a good time.
Yeah,
too.
so we played a double down with them on that Wednesday after they played there. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Love those.
And then a little extra money in our pocket to get us through the tour, right?
Gas money,
Which
yeah.
always helps.
Yep, yep.
So,
I don't know, it's just different.
how many
I really have
bands do you think you had over these years
And it's really sad.
playing in here? Because it has to be,
Different bands?
yeah. It's in the hundreds, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I would
1,000.
say, no, I would say that, but yeah, hundreds, I would say, yeah. I mean, just some bands that would never saw them again, you know, they would just happen to be in the area
Yeah.
or something like that, and yeah, and some bands just aren't together anymore, or they've started other bands, and now it's a different band, and one guy, you know, that's how bands go, right?
Right, oh yeah. So I know you like live music, so tell me some of your favorite venues to go see live music.
Oh, jeez.
You know?
You know, back in the day, we used to go to Whiskey and Roxy all the time.
Yeah.
You know, House of Blues. Yeah, you know, Anaheim and
Right.
Hollywood. Sunset,
Yeah.
Sunset's not there anymore, but
And they're both gone, right? The one in Anaheim, they moved. It's in a mall.
Yeah,
The
it's
other
across the way.
location was better.
That's
Now it's
right.
in that crazy mall and the
yeah,
cement
escalators.
building.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I grew up Orange County, lived down there for a long time, and so the observatory, or they call it the Galaxy.
Yeah,
back then.
observatory is Galaxy, yes.
Yeah, we used to go to that.
And did you ever go to the Galaxy in the outdoor shows?
No.
Where they, so they do, and Observatory does it too now. They do these outdoor shows, and they set up a stage outside, and they have bands like X, huge bands, right? And they do these little, like, mini festivals, so they'll have like 10 bands in a weekend, right?
Awesome.
And it's a really cool setup, and they have a huge parking lot, right? So they get a lot of room to do that.
Now, back in the day, we always looked forward to going to the Hootenanny and Oak Canyon Ranch.
Yeah, Hootenanny, and that goes back to one of my favorite places, Doll Hut, right?
Oh yeah,
that
I was just going to
Linda's.
mention Doll Hut.
That was when
Speaking
it was
of Big
Linda's,
Sandy.
right? That was Linda's Doll Hut then, right? And
Yeah.
Linda started Hootenanny,
Yeah.
right? And then she eventually sold the Doll Hut, and
I think she owns it again now.
I think she is.
Yeah.
I'm part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have, I think, 3 or 4 owners now.
Yeah, it's that
Because
was
one of
always
the
a great
guys that
place.
was a booked there, now he's partnered up with them.
Yeah, working at Disneyland, go after work and go to Linda's Doll Hut and have a
Yeah,
beer and see
and
what's
it's
going on.
funny, we mentioned Doll Hut because I just played there last Thursday.
Oh, did you?
I hadn't played there in a while.
Yeah.
And the guy sent me on Facebook message, and he said, "Hey, can you play on a Thursday night? It's Thirsty Thursdays."
Nice.
And I said, "I'm in." And,
Awesome.
and I had a friend that was coming up from Hollywood to play for his first time at the Doll Hut. And he's the guitar player with Green Jello, but he has another band that he plays in, and called Shimmerbed.
Okay.
And they played on that, and I go, "You know what? I'm going to be playing on that same show." So it was cool to hang out with him.
Yeah.
And that Thursday night, it was full. I go, "This is a great night."
Well, it doesn't take much to fill the place up.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
honestly. No.
And they did an interesting thing. So they're in Orange County. So during the pandemic, they stayed open, but they closed the inside. And they set up a stage in the parking lot, and they had outdoor shows throughout the pandemic.
Oh, that's great.
Where
Yeah.
everyone could social distance and hang out and watch the bands, right?
Right.
And then they eventually went back inside, and they had a stage outside and inside, so that the transfer for bands was quick. You set up while the other band's playing, and then it's so that made for a quick transfer for the Doll Hut, inside to outside, and the band outside would be setting up while the band inside's playing, and boom, as soon as they're done playing, the other band comes on. So it's just a great way to do things, and no downtime, right?
Yeah.
So, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to see Chad's Underground Scene with my special guest, Mike Cobb. Can you tell us where we can find you on the internet?
Yeah, highrollertiki.com. You can find our wines, merchandise, fun tiki mugs, that kind of thing. We're here in Solvang, just a couple hours from LA and Orange County. Weekends are great for music. Weekdays are great for escapism and quiet time. Not enough people come during the week, so get out during the week and do some stuff.
Right, great wine, great tiki drinks, and don't forget the mulled wine.
Yeah. You buy the mulled wine online. We ship all over the country.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, it all starts in the underground. It's called Beat on the Brat.
With a baseball bat.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh. What can you lose? What can you lose? With a brat like that always on your back, what can you lose? Lose. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh. Iggy Ramone. Yeah. What can you lose? What can you lose? With with a brat like that, always on your back. What can you lose?
What can you
Lose
Everything.
yes. Well, I'm so messed up, won't you hear? In my room, I want you here. Said now we're gonna be face to face, and I'll lay you right down in my favorite place. I said now I wanna be your dog. I said now I wanna be your dog. Well, come on. Yeah. I said now I'm ready to close my eyes. I said now I'm ready to close my mind. I said now I'm ready to hold your hand and to lose my heart in the burning sand. I said now I wanna be your dog. I said now I wanna be your dog. I said now I wanna be your dog. Come on.
Hey now.
Just do a little quiet verse. Well, I'm so messed up, I want you here. I said in my room, I want you here. Now we're gonna be face to face, and I'll lay you right down in my favorite place. I said now I wanna be your dog. I said now I wanna be your dog. I said now I wanna be your dog. Well, come on. Yeah, beautiful. Rock and roll.
We talk about everything, play music in between.